So the next question. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Z of t equals x of t into delta of t minus 1 plus delta of t minus 2 plus y of t into delta of t plus 2. So delta of t concludes that's the impulse response. So this is what we call it as the impulse response for delta of t, where t is equal to 0. So now here, in this problem, it's in a product with x of t as well as with y of t. So this is a normal delta of t at t is equal to 0. So once we multiply this, that is x of t into delta of t minus 1 plus x of t into delta of t minus 2 plus y of t into delta of t plus 2. So x of t into delta of t minus 1, for example, they are not given the original x of t. For example, I'm going to choose the x of t like this pulse at t is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, and y of t is equal to some random pulse. So like this as 0, 1, 2. If I'm going to multiply with delta of t minus 1, delta of t minus 1 means what? So delta of t means we have an impulse response at t is equal to 0. T minus 1 means we have an impulse response at t is equal to
+1.
t is equal to plus 1. So now delta of t minus 1 means we have an impulse response at t is equal to 1. So once we multiply these two signals, look at here, once we multiply these two signals, so irrespective of t is equal to 1 and the remaining instant, this signal becomes 0. That concludes at t is equal to 1, it is going to pick the amplitude level of x of t. So this is what the final result we can able to observe. So at t is equal to 1, it is going to pick the amplitude level of x of t, that is equal to x of t into delta of t minus 1. In the same way, at delta of t minus 2, it is going to pick the amplitude level at t is equal to 2. And y of t into delta of t plus 2, t plus 2 means at t minus 2. So it is going to pick the amplitude level at t is equal to minus 2. So that we can able to write down this equation as it is going to pick the amplitude level at t is equal to 1 into delta of t minus 1. It is going to pick the amplitude level at t is equal to 2 into delta of t minus 2. It is going to pick the amplitude level at t is equal to minus 2. That is what delta of t plus 2. So this can be written as this is a z of t. So we have an impulse response at t is equal to 1, that can be written as x of 1 into delta of t minus 1, and it is going to pick the amplitude level at t is equal to 2, that is x of 2 into delta of t minus 2, and it is going to pick the amplitude level at t is equal to minus 2, that is y of minus 2 into delta of t plus 2. So this is what we call it as the signal with impulse response, that is z of t. That's a sketch of z of t. Read the next question. Evaluate the following integrals. Evaluate the following integrals. First one, integral from minus 1 to plus 1, 3t square plus 1 into delta of t dt. As we discussed in the previous problem, x of t minus x of t into delta of t minus 1 can be written as, it indicates x of 1 into delta of t. That indicates at t is equal to 1, we are going to check the signal. So now, in the same way here, 3t square plus, in the place of x of t, we have a 3t square plus 1. Is going to multiply with delta of t. Delta of t means, what's the value of t here? At t is equal to
0.
T is equal to 0. So now, this is what x of t, 3t square plus 1, where t is equal to 0. That indicates 3 into 0 plus 1, that is equal to 1. That's it. No need to integrate here, because we are multiplying with impulse response. So irrespective of limits, here we have a limits as minus 1 to plus 1. That means we have a signal, we have some random signal at minus 1 to plus 1. So like this. So that is going to multiply with impulse response delta of t. So that is going to pick the amplitude level at t is equal to 0. So now, the second signal, 1 to 2, 3t square plus 1 into delta of t. So now look at the proper observation. So in the previous case, we have a signal from minus 1 to plus 1, that is x of t. And here we have a signal at t is equal to 0. Is it in a given range minus 1 to plus 1 or 0 is here? So we have
Yes,
a 0. So that is going to multiply with t is equal to 0. Now, the given signal is from 1 to 2. So just I'm going to write down one random signal. So we have a signal from 1 to 2. That we are going to multiply with delta of t. Delta of t and really t is equal to
0.
0. So if you are going to multiply these two, is it possible to pick any amplitude level in this signal?
No, sir.
Because we have a signal that ranges from 1 to 2. If you are going to multiply these two, we don't have any amplitude level here from 1 to 2. We don't have any impulse response from 1 to 2. So this whole signal output becomes
Zero.
not the output here, 0. So the output of the signal is 0. Conclude the statement because the impulse response delta of t, because the impulse response delta of t does not exist in the interval 1 to 2. It does not exist in the interval 1 to 2. Read the next question. So now t square plus cos pi t for delta of t minus 1. For t minus 1 means what's the value of t here?
+1.
So just we need to substitute that t is equal to 1. So that 1 plus cos pi. What's the value of cos pi?
-1.
So 1 minus 1 is 0. Tell the next question. Integral from minus infinity to plus infinity. E power minus t into delta of 2t minus 2dt. So we know the property that is delta of at is equal to 1 over a into delta of t. In the same way here, that is e power minus t delta of 2 of t minus 1 into dt. So here delta of at means the value of a is 2. So this can be written as 1 over a means 1 over 2. In the place of t we have a t minus 1. So written delta of t minus 1 same as it is. So now we are multiplying with exponential signal. So at t is equal to what's the value of t here? Written 1 over 2 same as it is. E power minus t, where t is equal to
One.
delta of t minus 1 t is equal to m. T is equal to 1. So that is equal to 1 over 2e. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ. 2 to 3 ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು 7 or 6 to 8 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. In the same way, integral from 0 to 3 e power t minus 2 delta of 2t minus 2. Delta of 2t minus 2 can be written as delta of at can be written as 1 over a ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ?
1/2.
1/2 into delta of
t minus 2.
t minus 2 dt. Now e power t minus 2 where t is equal to
2.
So that 1 over 2 into e power 0, that is equal to 1 over 2. To the next question. Find and sketch the first derivative of the following signal. Find and sketch the first derivative. First derivative of the following signal. So just write down as a note the side. So differentiation of unit step function gives the impulse response. Differentiation of unit step du of t divided by dt gives the impulse response as delta of t. So here we need to sketch the first derivative. That means we need to differentiate this signal. So differentiate both LHS and RHS so that dx of t divided by dt is equal to du of t divided by dt minus du of t minus a divided by dt. So that du of t by dt means that is impulse response delta of t minus du of t minus a divided by delta of t minus a is delta of t minus c. So this is what the first derivative of the following signal, given signal. And then we need to sketch this signal. So delta of t. So first write down the signal. This is what the delta of t at t is equal to 0. The next one is delta of t minus a. That means at t is equal to a. That is delta of t minus a. Once you subtract these two, so here we need to perform subtraction operation. Once you subtract these two, so we have a signal at t is equal to 0. That is delta of t. And here we need to perform subtraction operation. So 0 minus this signal. So it will give the negative infinity. So here at t is equal to a. That is delta of t minus a. Just we are performing subtraction operation. So for example, 0 minus 1 is equal to minus 1. So in that manner, it is in the negative sign. Right to the next question. Y of t is equal to t into u of t minus u of t minus a. So differentiate ಮಾಡಿದನು. How to differentiate t into x of t? How to differentiate t into x of t?
Product rule, sir.
Yeah, tell me the product rule here. T into
Differentiation of x of t
plus
plus x of t into 1.
1 into x of t. So in this manner, we need to differentiate this. So now t into differentiation of u of t is
Delta of t.
delta of t. Differentiation of u of t minus a is
Delta of t minus a.
delta of t minus a. Plus differentiation of t is
1.
1. 1 into the remaining signal is u of t minus u of t minus a. Afterwards, make a product of these signals. So t into delta of t means that t is equal to what here?
0.
What's the value for t? T is equal to 0 minus t into for delta of t minus a. What's the value of t here?
A.
A. And then retain the remaining signal same as it is. So here t is equal to 0 means 0 minus t is equal to a means a into delta of t minus a plus u of t minus u of t minus a. Sketch ಮಾಡಿ signal. So sketch u of t, sketch of u of t minus a, subtract those two. Afterwards, sketch of a into delta of t minus a, subtract the two. So sketch u of t ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಐಶ್ವರ್ಯ Aishwarya,
Yes, sir.
what is u of t? How to sketch u of t here?
U of t unit step function.
So how to sketch this one?
The amplitude one straight line.
One from
To
amplitude should be one from.
infinity.
Is it from 1 to infinity or from 0 to infinity?
0 to infinity, sir.
So this is what u of t. What about u of t minus a?
A to infinity.
A to infinity. So once you subtract these two, what will be the intermediate result?
0 to A.
0 to a. Yes. Once we subtract these two signals, we get the signal only from 0 to a. Afterwards, a into delta of t minus a means
T is equal to A.
at t is equal to a. We have an impulse response. That amplitude level is a. So this is what a into delta of t minus a. So once we subtract these two, what is the signal?
0 to A.
So initially you will get the signal from 0 to a. Afterwards, it is of positive amplitude level as a. That will be goes to the negative amplitude level as minus a. That's it. So this is the final result. Go to the next question. Obtain the odd and even parts. Obtain the odd and even parts for x of t is equal to sin pi t plus cos pi t whole square. Sin pi t plus cos pi t whole square. So first I do in terms of a plus b whole square, that is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So run in terms of a plus b whole square, that is a square plus b square plus 2ab. It is sin square pi t plus cos square pi t plus 2 sin pi t into cos pi t. So sin can be written as 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. And this can be written as 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. Plus 2 sin pi t into cos pi t. Then simplify ಮಾಡಿ. So for a even signal, that is 1 by 2 x of t plus 1 by 2 x of minus t ಮಾಡಿ. For a odd, 1 by 2 x of t minus 1 by 2 x of minus t ಮಾಡಿ. So to the next question. There is any problems on periodic and non-periodic signals? Problems. On periodic and non-periodic signals. If x of t equals e power j 2 pi f naught t. If x of t equals e power j 2 pi f naught t is periodic with period t is equal to 1 by f naught, with t is equal to 1 by f naught. Check for periodicity. Check for periodicity for the signal y of t equals x of 2t plus 3 into x of 0.5t. Plus 3 into x of 0.5t. So now look at here. They are given x of t is equal to e power j 2 pi f naught t, where t is equal to 1 by f naught. So we need to check the y of t signal. So x of t is e power j 2 pi f naught t. X of 2t means wherever we have a t, substitute t is equal to 2t. So that it becomes e power j 2t means 4 pi f naught t plus retain the 3 same as it is, and wherever we have a t, so just retain by replace by 0.5t. So it becomes e power j pi f naught t. Return that. Replace t by 2t and then replace t by 0.5t, so it becomes e power j 4 pi f naught t plus 3 into e power j pi f naught t. So now compare with e power j omega naught t. So we need to find out omega naught 1 as well as omega naught 2. So as we know that t is equal to 2 pi by omega. So here omega naught 1. And we have two signals, addition of two signals. So t is equal to 2 pi by omega naught 2. So what's the value of omega naught in the first one? Here, what's the value of omega naught here? So compare these two equations.
4 pi.
4 pi f naught. We are comparing with e power j omega naught t. Omega naught is equal to 4 pi f naught. So that it becomes 1 over 2 f naught. In the same way for the second signal. So this is the second signal. So what's the value of omega naught here? power j omega naught compare with e power j pi of naught. What's the value of omega naught?
Pi f naught.
Pi into f naught. So that's 2 by f naught. So to check for periodicity, so if we have addition of two signals, or if we have two different signals, as we know that we need to divide T1 by T2. If it is a rational number, then we can to consider that as a periodic signal. So T1 by T2, that is 1 over 2 f naught divided by 2 by f naught, that is equal to 1 by 4. So it's a rational number. So y of t can be concluded as a periodic signal. So conclude mode. And the total fundamental period is T naught is equal to T1 into this particular LCM, that is 4. So T1 is 1 by 2 f naught into 4, that is equal to 2 by f naught. That is the total fundamental period. In the same way, solve the second one. Y of t equals 2 into e power j16 pi t plus 3 into e power minus j7 pi t. Once again, find out T1 and T2. So then write down T1 by T2. If it is a rational number, conclude as a periodic signal. So in the first one, conclude T1 by T2 is a rational number. So the given signal is periodic signal. Conclude the statement in the first column. Same way solve this one. What is T1 by T2? What's the value of T1?
1 by 8.
1 by 8. What about T2?
2 by 7.
2 by 7. So what is T1 by T2?
7 by 16.
7 by
16.
7 by 16. Is it a rational number?
Yes, sir.
7 by 16. Is it a rational number? 7 by 16. Is it a rational number?
Sir.
Hmm? ಏನಾಗತ್ತ?
Rational number.
So the T1 by T2 is equal to 7 by 16 is a rational number. So the given signal is a periodic signal. Then find out the fundamental period, that is T1 into 16. So what is the next one? X of n is equal to e power j n by 8 minus 5. E power j of n by 8 minus 5. So this can be written as e power j n by 8 minus e power j 5. Then this is x of n. In the previous cases, there's a x of t and y of t, that is period, continuous time signal, and this one is a discrete. So for a discrete, we need to compare with e power j omega naught n. So once we compare e power j omega naught n, so what's the value of omega naught here? Here, compare with e power j omega naught n. So what's our value of omega naught here?
1 by 8.
1 by 8. So for a periodic signals, we need to calculate as t is equal to 2 pi by omega naught. But for a for a continuous signal, we need to calculate as t is equal to 2 pi by omega naught. For a discrete signals, omega naught should be a rational multiple of 2 pi, that is 2 pi into m by n and 2 pi into m by n. We need to write down in this format. So 1 by 8 can be written as 2 pi into m by n, means that is 2 pi by 2 pi into 1 over 8, that is equal to 2 pi into 1 over 16 pi. So the value of m by n is 1 over 16 pi. Because of pi, it's not a rational number. So 1 over 16 pi is not a rational number. So it is a non-periodic signal. Conclude, Madi. Compare with omega naught. So here we have omega naught is equal to 1 by 8. So with respect to discrete signal, that we need to write it in terms of 2 pi into m by n, so that it becomes 2 pi into 1 over 16 pi. 1 over 16 pi is not a rational number, so that it's a non-periodic signal. The next one, cos of n by 4 into cos of pi n by 4. Cos of n by 4 into cos of pi n by 4. So now this is in the format of cos a cos b. So written as 1 by 2 cos of a plus b plus cos of a minus b, and then compare with omega naught. So 1 by 2 cos of a plus b ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Cos of a plus b plus cos of a minus b. So that we need to compare with cos omega naught n. So now what's the value of omega naught here? So compare with cos omega naught n. What's the value of omega naught?
1 plus
Hmm?
1 plus pi by 4.
So 1 plus pi by 4 is the value of omega naught. So that is equal to 1 by 4 plus pi by 4. Is it a rational number? So 1 by 4 plus pi by 4 is not a rational number. So it's a non-periodic signal. So with this, I'm going to end the class today. We'll continue in the next class. So all of you just make your presence in the chat box and then you can leave the meeting.